folks, wherever you may be in the world. I hope you're keeping well and you're keeping safe. So today I wanted to talk about Chadwick Boseman and also just 2020 altogether and how it's hitting heavy on the heart. And it's like one thing happening after another before you even get, a breather. And it's a year that kind of wants to make you wrap yourself up, go back to bed and sleep, and then wake up in 2021. Also, yeah, that makes you want to, I think it just all feels surreal, like a dream, and you're just thinking, when is it going to end? And it's very testing and it's very trying. So my thoughts, I scribbled, and this is how I articulate things. I write and I speak on video, and that's how I articulate what's happening, and I make sense of the world and the purpose of it all, and the lessons and what type of lessons 2020 is trying to show us, and it's trying. So the things that came to mind about Chadwick Boseman for me, and may his soul rest in power. He is a king who got knighted, got his seat before he even left this world, and he's left a deep and meaningful legacy. And my deepest condolences to his family and anybody that he's close to. I can't imagine what they're going through right now, especially for the most of us who have been impacted and are only experiencing a fraction of what they are going through at the moment. So the things that came to mind about him from yesterday was humility, empathy, compassion, love and care for humankind, discipline, purposeful and intentional. And then I scribbled something here as well. This is just like my notes. Oh, I don't think you'll be able to see it because of the reflection. So the easiest thing to do is quit. That's the last thing I wrote on. And there's something else, great leadership qualities. These are all the things to me that he embodied and what I saw without actually knowing him. And also this sense of him about greatness, being humble, and just watching Black Panther. I think for everybody, we got this sense of, we had this experience, and my experience was a sense of like belonging, a sense of togetherness, and bringing like Africa to the forefront and making it symbolic that we all belonged to this kingdom where everybody would be welcomed as a brother, sister, mother, father, granddad, kids, you name it. Everybody had this sense of Wakanda forever. So that's what it will forever represent for me, that there is, and I've always been connected to the mother Africa and what it represents. And the movie itself just heightened that, because it was a collective movement. So we all according to what we've watched and learned from Chadwick, there's something that he has left that's meaningful. The other things that come to mind for me is also about what he's left behind in terms of chronic invisible illnesses. And it's just yesterday that regrettably and sadly, I heard that people were making fun of him on Instagram when he was doing a live session, which I didn't watch until yesterday. I didn't even know that this had happened, that people were judging him for what he looked like. And it just brought to the forefront, because I've talked about how I've got like fibromyalgia and invisible chronic illness, but that's just like a small fraction of what anybody else would experience that goes through like severe and chronic conditions which are life-threatening. Conditions which are life-threatening. To me, there's something about gratitude for, excuse me, like if I take breaks, I think yeah, just what listening to what had happened to him, it was saddening that people would judge him based on his appearance. And it also brings to the forefront, this is what I was trying to say, about that we never know what somebody is going through and what their experience is. That there's something that we have to look beyond about people and care enough. And I think this is why these words were coming to me: humility, empathy, compassion, love, and kindness, care for another human being. Because 2020 to me has been so symbolic, because it's been so emotively driven that people just hit things on the keyboard and send it out without thinking of like the impact that it will have on somebody else, or what the experience will be like. And there's also this sense, it's not everybody, there's also this sense of I think because we've all been cooped up, that it feels like it is okay to be nasty and mean to each other. And there's been all this like politics going on, and there's been something that has been lost in all of it all, and it's the meaning about caring and loving each other beyond politics. Because when we leave this earth, we won't live with politics, we won't live with politics, we won't live with money, we won't live with we won't live with valuable things or products or materialistic things. They won't mean anything. What will mean anything, as Chadwick is showing us, is about even the people that we've lost, the good souls that we've lost, any soul that we've lost beforehand, but the people who've left an impact, a legacy that we've all been connected with, have left something that is of extending a kindness and a love for one another beyond everything else that is going on, and caring for people. It's left me like feeling chills, and the same was like for Kobe Bryant. And I know that there's lots of people who've been impacted and experienced loss through this current pandemic that we're experiencing as well. I've been challenged with coronavirus, so I know the experiences that people have been challenged by in terms of fighting for their life and its meaning. So I think what it's leaving me is that these people who came into our lives in whatever form, they left this world unexpectedly, or some people were ill, but we didn't know about it, and they left this world. But throughout everything, nobody voluntarily, the majority of the time, wants to die or leave this world, because people want to fulfill something and a purpose. So the purposeful and the intentional. Chadwick said something about making your life purposeful and intentional. So going after things that fulfill your life vision, your purpose, and give meaning, rather than living for a job or career. And I so believe in that. And I think most of the times when we gain this insight, we gain it when it's at a crisis point. And it would be nice to gain it before it was at a crisis point. Then we would be more, we would fight more to be fulfilled in life. And I think that's what it's bringing for me. Purpose and intention. I think that's what I'll live off with. And great leadership qualities. Okay, so purposefulness, intentional, and great leadership. He represented all of that without actually taking space to say, I want to become a leader. You become a leader in terms of what you do in your own right, in terms of what you extend to the world and give to the world. And it's how we carry ourselves and communicate that. So I think what I want to leave you with is that regardless of the challenge that you're going through currently in life right now, is to continue to fight. Okay, although, because I started off with saying that 2020 feels like you just want to wrap up, quit, and feel defeated and not do anything. But what it's showing me is that these people would have wanted to leave. These great souls would have wanted to leave, and they were here. They knew they had a purpose. They had to be intentional, and they had to do whatever it takes to fulfill their purpose in life and to fulfill their vision. So it is easier to quit, and that's what life is not all about. It is about feeling grateful, although it may not feel like it because there's certain emergencies going on currently. Risk of jobs, the risk of health, risk of other things. But it is also about being grounded in the basics, the basic necessities in life, and then adding on to that. Anything that is added on is a bonus. So getting rid of all the materialistic things and thinking about, okay, I don't have that much, but do I need it? Do I need it? Do I want it? Is it an essential? Is it an essential thing? And how can I contribute? How can I give up? How can I give back? How can I challenge myself on a daily basis to live the best version of myself? And this fulfillment, and it's not only about me, to make it easier on my immediate family, to make the journey easier going forward, although it might be challenging, and to contribute to something more meaningful that adds social value and not being caught up in these things which are non-entities, although they have a meaning, like politics. Because at the end of the day, yes, it is symbolic, it is valuable to believe in something, but I think what I mean by that is not to be so consumed by the hate. It's to be consumed more by the things that are loving, caring, and contributing for the greater good. So those are the things I'm thinking about for myself. And I would be interested to know about what lessons are you going through? Have you learned for yourself that you're taking forward? How are you challenging yourself? Because I believe, let's not be quitters. Let's be warriors, regardless of the curveballs, the hard curveballs, the testing that is going on, that 2020 is bringing us. Let's keep, don't drop your shield. Even if you drop it, pick it up. Be a warrior, because we have to battle through this, regardless. Take your shield, keep fighting, because we've got to do this. We've got to make life meaningful, because the people who want to be here did not have that opportunity to be here. They would have wanted to be here. That's what I'm going to leave you with. Thank you for watching, for connecting with me. And this is how I communicate, I rationalize with make sense of what's going on in the world. And I also write. So do anything that you can that helps you to, to be connected, to cleanse your soul. And don't fear judgments of other people, because you've only got one life to live. Love from me. We've never met, but I wish you an easy journey going forward. I wish that you will continue to fight, to believe in fulfilling your vision, your purpose, and being intentional. Also overcoming fear, because we only promised one life, and tomorrow is not promised. Ciao from me for now.
Say to me